Alrighty, what is up, YouTube fans? It is Kerry right here, back with another good boxing live stream. My apologies for not having this live stream up properly. What happened was that I was just trying to search something up on Google, and unfortunately, it did not go my way for me trying to do the research for Tony Yoka, which I'm going to go deep into him today. I'm going to be talking about why Tony Yoka is garbage. I just watched his fight against some bum that he shouldn't have even fought. His name is, hold on, let me just go into his box rec. My bad. My apologies. Um, Tony Yoka, blah, blah, blah. Let's go into it. Box rec, please. Okay. He just got out of a 12th round TKO victory against Joel Tomwe Jajeko for the EBU European Union heavyweight title. This guy is an absolute bum. This guy is not even a heavyweight fighter. This guy literally came from cruiserweight all the way to heavyweight. So this idiot literally took a fight with a bum to fight for a useless title. And all I have to say to you, Tony, is F you. You are, like, he is by far the most, like, just terrible fighter out of all European boxers that are not moving correctly in boxing. So here's my problem with this fight. You're fighting a guy who is not that well known in the heavyweight division. This is basically his first heavyweight boxing bout for a useless semi title that's not going to get you anywhere, and you're not doing anything to uplift yourself. And, you know, I just don't see how this really helps, Tony in a way. I personally think Tony is making a huge mistake fighting basically just like a bunch of bums, man. He fought, Dejeko, like he's a nobody. Christian Hammer, he damn near struggled in that fight, which he got hurt by a couple good shots. Um, Johan Duwahapaz, that really wasn't that too much of a fight because Duwahapaz, I guarantee you, probably wasn't at his best. He's a very old fighter that got KO'd by Deontay Wilder. Michael Walisz, I know that guy. He's a Polish guy that just recently. Actually, no, I'm thinking about yeah, Marcus. Yeah, Marcus Walk Bach Bach or something. Basically, there's another heavyweight that fought. I want to say Melee. I think his name is Marcus Walk. Marcus Walk. Yeah, and this guy's not the same guy I'm thinking, but yeah, this is Michael Walisz, a nobody. Alexander Dmitrichenko, a guy who's way past his prime, basically fought an oldie type of fighter. And the guy before that, David Allen. Come on, dude. David Allen got knocked out by Luis Ortiz. And by the way, David Allen was whooping on this guy. He was beating him before Tony knocked him out in round 10. But either way, I'm not really satisfied, in Tony. I think Tony is not moving correctly in the heavyweight division. Five fighters that I think he should have been fighting in that ring could have been Michael Hunter, Luis Ortiz, Joe Joyce, Adam Konatsky, and I probably say maybe Filip Hrgovic. That would have been a really better test. I think honestly, like Tony has pretty much shown what he's about. He's not really like the fighter that you know that he's like really showing himself to be. But I think either way, it's just not really in his career to ever go that route, to value his resume. And I think he's trying to take like the easy way out to try to go for the world title status, but I don't see how the hell he's gonna do that when this guy, he's been caught for cheating. You got caught once for steroids, and I'm pretty sure you could have gotten caught twice or three times back in the amateurs during the Olympics. So I'm not really gonna be putting my trust into this guy. I think Yoka is trash. I think this guy is not tested to a point where he's really taken boxing seriously to start chasing after titles. I think if he really wants to uplift his career, he really needs to start fighting some top 25 names, because you are not doing anything good right now, and I won't be surprised if a guy like, let's just say, Michael Coffey or Jared Anderson could knock him out, or even Stefan Shaw. He's 14-0, and he has a good decent amount of knockouts. I think, yeah, he got like 10 knockouts, but he can easily beat the crap out of him. Jermaine Franklin, he's a good fighter. He's like what, like 27 years old? Yeah, 27 years old, and this guy has like 13 knockouts. Yeah, he's a he's a very good fighter. So I think a lot of these guys are being slept on, that should be talked about in the heavyweight division. But a guy like Tony Yoka, um, no, he's not that good, man. Oh, Trevor Bryan out of Albany, New York. He could beat Tony's ass for sure. But either way, it's just like, this is absolutely disrespectful, man. Tony is not doing anything good for himself, and he's proven it from a mile away that he is not a good fighter. He is fighting bums, and his skill set and style is going to be tailor made for somebody that's going to knock his ass out. But why isn't he taking a guy like Luis Ortiz? Yeah, 41 years old. He has a insane resume. 32-2, only lost twice to Deontay Wilder by knockout. 27 wins by KO. So like, why isn't he taking a fight with him? Obviously, that the fact is that um Tony does not want to test himself to the point where he has fights that bring the best out of him, and I think Tony is making a huge mistake before he makes it to the world title level. I really don't know where he goes from here, but I think either way, Tony does not have too much of a good he does not have a good work ethic. He's really bad with his feet. He's very one dimensional. He can't really make good adjustments when he does get hurt, and he has poor defense. Yeah, he has poor defense. His defense is absolutely garbage. Like, he's just that type of guy where like, he's gonna get hit with a shot that he don't see, and some guy is going to literally crush him. Like, I could literally see that type of fight going down, because he is not the type of fighter that you would expect him to be versatile on his skill set and make those proper adjustments to win the fight. I think the problem is that it's just really sad to see that these European fighters think that they're so good, but then when they step it up against top level competition like American heavyweights, or even heavyweights from, let's just say, Cuba, or like wherever, anywhere in the Northeast, those guys have a 10 times better chance of winning over European fighters. So I just think that when it comes to Tony's performance, I wasn't so interested in it. I think Tony, he should have got that guy out of there, because this is a guy coming from cruiserweight, moving up to heavyweight. So this is his very first fight against a high level contender of Tony Yoka. So why the hell is Tony Yoka fighting a cruiserweight that hasn't even had that much experience in the heavyweight division? So Tony's going to take a bum fight over any other available fighters that would definitely beat his ass, most likely, on a 60-40 odds against him, if not 70-30 odds. So it's like Tony knows, what time it is. He's not, he's not going to be fighting any of those high level contenders from, let's just say, the U.S. or anybody from, let's just say, maybe Canada, or like basically any top level heavyweight that has a damn good resume. Because at this point, I don't know what Tony is going to do after this. I think what Tony's going to do is that he's going to probably fight for either a world title eliminator, maybe with the winner of Dillian White versus Povetkin 2. And maybe if it's going to go well his way, he should probably fight either of those two guys, because I know he's going to win that fight. But if he wants to get for any of the other belts, maybe fight Michael Hunter, that would be a good win on his resume. I don't think Michael would allow that to happen, but that would be a good 50-50 fight that he could take. He could also fight Joe Joyce. That's a good option. I think honestly their styles are pretty much similar, because Tony's not really that fast, but his punches are kind of like semi slow, and I don't think it's really any different from Joe Joyce. He could fight Adam Konatsky. I would like to see that fight, or anybody like Otto Wallen, Martin Bakoli, F.A. Ajagba, or Philip Ergovich. So either way, he has options, but the reason why I don't think Tony is ever going to go that route of probably fighting those guys is because he is only fighting guys that are higher reward but a low risk. And that's what I saw from this fight. He's fighting a guy that was basically tailor-made for him, and he had a little bit of struggles, but then he picked it up in the later rounds, which gave him a TKO stoppage in the 12th. So I really wasn't too interested in that. I really think Tony, he just made a complete fool of himself just by taking this fight. But for anybody that wants to dispute that with me, we can talk it out maybe in a different life, because I gotta get going. But next time I probably bring up like a StreamYard or any other live, I'm more than willing to kind of respond to any critics of my channel that don't like me, of those comments about Tony, because I think Tony's garbage, man, and he proved it, because he damn near struggled with Christian Hammer. But then you go out and fight a bum that's not even a career heavyweight. He's a career cruiserweight. And that's supposed to make you a better fighter. It's like, shit, no wonder why people don't watch him, because he's just that terrible. I have more interest, looking at his wife fight, because his wife, at least she, she's doing her thing. She, she won the IBO, and, she won, I guess, the IBO title against some other lady. Congrats to Estelle Mosley Yoka, right? She won that belt. Good for her. I really hope she goes other places in the division to make herself well known. I think she fights at lightweight, or super featherweight, but either or, she's a great woman. I have a lot of respect for females like that. But for Tony, nah, man. It's just I don't even know how the hell his wife is actually even with him, for a guy that is a cheater, and he has a track record of showing it. And then on top of that, you have kids too. So I don't know how your children are going to look at you like that. But, my final message to Tony is that I hope you get knocked out. You are the most garbage fighter ever. You are pretty much you're basically Rudy Gobert with no potential of getting any better. But I mean, there could be a spot for him. There could be a spot for Tony if he's really serious about getting that smoke. I think Tony really needs to pick his game up, because Tony should not be fighting guys like this. For all you European fighters, you guys should not be fighting guys within your own countries. You should be taking fights that, like, against guys that are high level ranking opponents, and they're going to put you on the map for contentional rankings, not guys that are bums, because the more bums you face, the higher likely you're going to get knocked out by a guy that has been fighting higher level opponents to beat you one day. And you're never going to get that opportunity again unless you start fighting higher level ranking opponents to put yourself back into world title contention. Because that's really the only way these fighters ever come back to the world title rankings and championship level fights, because they're fighting the tougher competition that not every fighter wants to fight, because they fear so much about them losing their undefeated record that they only care so much about having a undefeated record, taking the least risky amount of fights ever, or taking the least amount of risk in big fights before they get up to the championship level fights, before and after as a contender leading into a championship title holder. So that's really what I'm thinking about Tony Yoka and how he's moving. He's moving like a woman, but he's not answering like a man. And I think that's really the problem with Tony. If he's ever going to make any impact in the heavyweight division, you have to be strong with your moves. And I think that is what's going to make Tony a much different person that wants to get up to that level. And I used to like him. Like, I was thinking, yo, this guy, he's like, he kind of makes me think of Rudy Gobert from the Utah Jazz mixed with, I don't know, some sort of like, Ben Wallace type of guy. He's built. He looks like he could f you up. On a street ball court in basketball, and he's just like, he's just built like a Terminator. And I like that out of him. But once he started cheating, and once he got caught up into all this, crazy scandals, like, I'm like, nah, dude, I can't, I can't respect you for that shit. And now I'm starting to look at him as just like one of the biggest pieces of shit in boxing. And I really think one of these days he's going to get a lesson by someone that's going to be above him one day, and he's going to get too cocky in a fight, and then boom, he's going to get knocked. Yeah, he's going to get knocked the fuck out. So that's pretty much what I have to say. I just wanted to make my quick criticism of Tony Yoka, of why I believe he is garbage. More to come with other videos in the future, and I'll probably criticize Tony more, but I just wanted to make this quick live stream and put it out there for you guys. So thank you very much, and I will see you guys later. Bye.